Yes. How we doing? That was fucking mega. That's the best press conference I've ever seen.
He went in, didn't he? He didn't hold back. The guy was sending shots, Bray.
The guy went in. The guy was cooking every man. Guy wasn't holding back. He went full send mode. He went full send. I love it. I love the energy from Pep Guardiola in that press conference, bro. Has me fired, and it should have every City fan fired who was watching that.
Yeah. Nah, the guy was on fire, bro. You know, saying what City fans have been saying, believing in the club, believing in the people, believing in Manchester City. That's exactly what he's saying. And I've got to say, if you are not pumped up for this now, then what even are you? Are you even a real fan? Do you know what I mean? Because I tell you what, this has the real potential, not guarantee, but this has the potential to really galvanise the whole football club. It's united the fans. Pretty much everyone in the chat saying the same thing. It seems to have united the football players. Look at Erling Haaland's post last night on Instagram, on Twitter, about the togetherness.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, when you get attacked and you feel like you've done nothing wrong, you know, people, human beings don't just sit there and take that. You don't take it. You know what I mean? You defend up. You defend yourself. You stand up for yourself, and you stand up for the people around you. Yeah, and that's what I think's going on right now. And there's a real chance that this could seriously unite our whole football club and galvanise this team on the push for another Premier League title, guys. Now, of course, you have to put the performances on the pitch, and we've not seen that too much this season. But if there's anything that can get this team motivated and dialed in to really full send this season, then it's something like an attack on the football club, because they're not just attacking us saying, oh, you know, you're doing this, you're doing that. They're fundamentally attacking the foundations and basis of the last 10 years of this club's history. And when that happens, anyone at the football club, whether you're a footballer, manager, CEO, director, cleaner, cook, or even fan, you have to stand up for your football club, man. And you have to get up there, man, and get on the front line and say, nah, we ain't taking this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think's going on right now.
I think it was a sick press conference. Paratosh with a 10 gifted. Yes, Paratosh.
Yo, let's go, bro.
Big up all the people in the chat who got the gifted membership from Paratosh.
Paratosh.
Yes. Waratosh Wandisher, he says. Yes. Honestly, that's the best press conference I've ever seen.
Guy went in, bro.
He went in. And you know, one of my favourite parts, and we were all in a group chat together, innit? Like, us and our mates, so we was all speaking about it then. One of the favourite parts about the whole thing was the man kept using we, innit? We are being attacked. No, we're doing this. Like, the guy, honestly, I don't want to see no Pep out me. I want to see none of that bullshit. Like, we get it week in, week out. Anyway, I want to see none of that bullshit, man. Pep's coming out here defiantly defending the club in front of everyone, in front of the media, in front of everyone who's watching. I said to Lewis before we started the stream, that's going to be one of the most watched press conferences ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the size of the things that have been alleged against us. It 100% is. And I just think it's big, man. It's big. This guy loves the club. And he trusts the club 100%, which leads me to think he knows, bro. He knows. Yeah. Why would Pep go all out like this in front of everyone and like defiantly defend the club as much as he is? Like, because he could just come out there and just not answer questions about it.
Yeah, he could, but you've got, you know, and I said that. Yeah, I said, I wonder if he's just going to say no comment to everything, but. You don't
If he did that, then I'd be like, oh, that doesn't look good. But the way that he's come out like this...
I wouldn't necessarily make a judgment on it. I think he could say it, but I just think because he's come out in such defiance, it's because the attack... I think you have to. I think even if you're guilty, you know what I mean? You've still got to defend your club, man. You've got to defend your club at all. You can't just lay down and be like, oh, yeah, it's what it is, you know what I mean? Shit, you know. You got to defend your club. There's an attack going on our football club, man, and everyone has to defend the club. And Pep Guardiola is leading. He's leading the troops, man. And we're all the troops. The players are the troops. Everyone the troops. Pep's leading us now, and we got to defend this football club because he just sat there for 20 minutes defending our football club. ain't from Manchester. He's only been here 7 years.
For people that haven't watched it, if you go on City's website, you can always catch the press conferences live, and you'll be able to watch it back. It's incredible. I'm really excited for the embargoed section as well. Honestly,
tomorrow night.
Honestly, that was wild. That was honestly wild. Tyrone says, "Is he on smoke?" Yeah, he is on smoke. Pep went in. Obviously, we'll get into all the stuff that he said because a lot of people haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Big up Huey. I'm not going to read the real full name because it said Con. Says had a mass debating session on this today.
Huey, see, he's still not changed his name. It's wrong. Yeah. His name should be Hugh. Yeah. Hugh G, not Huey. Like that says Huey in it.
Yeah. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of debates on this, bro.
Oh no! Did you just read this? He's done you, bro.
What? Oh, he did do it. Oh shit!
You thought too much about the name, and then
he's fucking.
He's on it.
He's a clever guy. Big up Huey, man. That's
big up Huey. I didn't even notice at first, and I was like, "Wait." Then I read the super chat, and then I understood.
No, I know. That's good, man. He doubled it. Dr. Footy says Pep pulled out the Glock in the press conference. He definitely was shooting, Ray. And Benno as well says rivals saying Pep looked rattled. What they just seen. I have no idea what.
How can you say that's wishful thinking on their behalf?
No, that is BS, man. You know what I mean? If you watch that. I mean, the reaction you need to focus on is the reaction from the City fans, not alternative fans. You know what I mean? Because listen, alternative fans of other football clubs, they're just saying random shit right now. You know what I mean? They are desperate. They are absolutely desperate for this all to be true because they know that you can win trophies, but whilst Pep Guardiola is at this football club and Sheikh Mansour is here, we ain't going nowhere and we are winning trophies and you will not be able to compete. You know what I mean? You can win the odd trophy here or there, but we are here, man. So they are all absolutely desperate. And when you're desperate in life, you start believing shit that ain't real, man. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see the allegations come out. Oh, the 100% all real. Every single one of them real.
People already saying that, innit?
No evidence. You're looking at the press conference today. He's rattled. You're delusional, man. The only opinion that matters today is those of the City fans, and pretty much every single City fan I'm seeing in the chat here, on Twitter, on social media, in the group chats are all saying Pep's up for this. He's up for the fight, and I'm fired up for this as well, man. You know what I'm saying? So F off to all the other fans is what my answer to that would be.
Yeah, well, they're always going to pull that side of it. They're not going to be like, "Oh, Pep's defiant that," and start backing the club after because they want us to be guilty. They've already. Do you know what I mean? They judge, jury, and that doing whatever it is. They're all of it, bro. They've already sentenced us in this, and that's Pep did kind of allude to this in the press conference. He kind of did say that like. It's the damage is done because everyone from now onwards we are guilty to everyone basically, like regardless of what the result of the investigation comes out, we are guilty. Like that's how people make it out because people have their opinions and they're set on it. Yeah, 100%. We'll go through the quotes in just a second. Big up Marshy Boy for the member chat, says love the press conference, 100% back City and love Pep as the manager. Big up Marshy, thanks for the 4. Dave Rocky with a $10 donation says, after watching this press conference, I want all of our players to step up on the pitch. Don't want to watch players complaining about game time. Just forget that and play as a team. Silence everyone. That's it, bro. And that's what I'm saying. I think this has the real power and potential to unite the whole football club. Because, you know, at the end of the day, right, we all want to win. Of course we want to win. We want to win titles. We want to win games. That's what football's all about. It's about winning and the joy you get. As well as the journey, that's another thing that it's about. But one thing that overcomes all of that is that fundamentally, principally, if your club is attacked, all that kind of goes out of the window, and you got to fight back. And one of the ways you can fight back is by on the pitch. Let's see this team now unite. Let's see this team come out on Sunday with aggression, with passion. You know what I mean? With the desire
to die on that football pitch for this football club. You know what I mean? Because if they do that and they show that they're united, they show that we're together, then that's hard to beat, man. You know what I'm saying? So this has the real potential to spur this season on. And Pep Guardiola's clearly up for the fight. I'm up for the fight. Are you up for the fight, chap? Are you up for the fight? That's what I'm asking you right now. I don't want to hear no negativity. I want to hear, are you up for the fight? Because we're up for the fight. Are you up for the fight, Bray?
I am up for the fight, bro.
Fucking ready, me.
Bro, you're like... You're going to war with yourself.
I'm ready, Bray. I'm the troops. We are with the troops out here, and Pep's the leader, innit? He's a commander in chief.
LB's going burning down the Premier League buildings. LB about to commit arson.
Let's go through some of these comments then. So Pep Guardiola was actually like pretty late to his press conference. And
he's always late, isn't
he? Yeah, he did actually start off by mentioning obviously the earthquake in Turkey, Syria, and countries and areas around that region. Clearly a horrific tragedy. And Pep Guardiola just mentioning that, and I think we should obviously just. Mentioned that as well, because I've seen like photos on social media, man.
I've seen some terrible stuff, man. It's awful.
It puts shit in perspective, innit? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a strange situation where you've got this debate about the gross amounts of money in football and whether a club that spends a lot of money has actually spent even more money and hasn't declared it, while meanwhile people are dying, losing their lives, being trapped under rubble. A truly horrific event, and it's they're the two things. It's kind of crazy.
End of the day, football's football. That's lives you're talking about.
That's it. So yeah, Pep started off by saying that. So then it started. Basically, the whole thing started, and this is exactly what he says. So he says, here we go, right here. He says, my first thought is that we've already been condemned, which is obviously 100% true. What has happened in these weeks after Monday? It's what's happened with UEFA. We had the accusations, and now we have been charged. The club proved we were completely innocent with UEFA. Time will dictate what is going to happen, but just in case we are not innocent, we will accept what the judge and Premier League decide. If what happened with UEFA, we are innocent, then what happens to restore back our payback, all the damages? And this is a serious thing, and this is actually something that a lot of people in our chats, in the live streams and on social media have been saying. You guys have been saying, listen, our club's being attacked. Our club right now is coming under serious pressures and scrutiny, and everyone's saying, everyone wants their input, even though, no one actually knows the true facts and no one's actually seen the evidence. Everybody has said we're already guilty. What happens if we are, like UEFA, actually found not guilty? What happens? Because our club has been tarnished. And this is where you guys have in the chat specifically have been saying City need to fight back on it. If we do get proved innocent, which obviously we all hope and the club clearly believe, you guys are saying, what recourse can the club take to sort of, get something out of this, to say, look, you've attacked our football club. You've attacked the fabrics, the DNA of the club, and it's all been proved to be BS. We want something back in return, whether that's financial compensation, whether it's a statement from the Premier League,
like
whether
a public apology kind of thing,
some sort of public apology. No one actually knows. Now, of course, that can only happen if we do get found innocent, and if we don't get found innocent, then clearly that's not going to happen. But Pep Guardiola is saying the same sort of things that people in the chat are saying, in that this isn't fair, and if we do get found innocent, which is still an if, because it's still not been decided yet, of course, something needs to happen. So clearly Pep not happy with that, and he mentioned that in the conference.
Yeah, he mentioned it quite a bit, and well, I don't know anyone who would be happy with that, because they've not just full sent it in a fair way, innit? Like, when it's all done and dusted, then find us guilty of this. After reviewing the evidence and stuff, they've just full sent it. Mm-hmm. They just full sent it this, and now we have to wait all this time, and everyone's already made their mind up. Everyone's already made up their mind that they are guilty. The reputation of the club is stained with this. And do you know what I mean? How did he get that staying out? That's the thing, because even if the Premier League does find us not guilty, people are still going to be like, you cheaters. You got away. The narrative, if we're found not guilty, the narrative turns to not that we're not found guilty, we got away with it.
Yeah,
that's how the narrative spins.
And that's exactly what happened at UEFA. Some of the information and some of the charges were time barred. Oh, City got away with it because it was time barred. Well, hang on a minute. Not everything was time barred. And we proved our innocence on the other things. So what's to say that we wouldn't have proved our innocence on the other thing? It's like, unless you actually go to court and unless you actually get found innocent, you're guilty. You can't use no other thing.
The thing is, people in our comments, bro, were saying, but yeah, you were found guilty in the UEFA thing. Because people don't read, man. Yeah. Yes, we were found guilty in the UEFA thing of not cooperating because we knew that we weren't guilty. And that's what will happen in this. We will be found guilty on that charge of not cooperating. 100% because we've not been cooperating. But people don't read that and they're like, oh, they're guilty. They shouldn't be in the Champions League still and everything like that. Nah, you don't understand, mate. You don't understand. Yeah. All we got is a £10 million fine.
Nah. You're right, because what people do is people don't read, and then people are sheep and just read something on social media. Man City guilty, got away with it, time barred. So then automatically, they don't actually read the cast report. Now, I seen prominent figures on the social media thing yesterday posting emails and documents, acting like they would just come out when they were there. They were already out 2 years ago. It's like, oh yeah, look at this stuff that's all just been leaked. No. This stuff was already there 2 years ago. And again, this proves that people don't read. People just want to, cast assertions and accusations at the club without actually looking at the details. And people don't want to read the cast document. I can't remember how many pages it was, but I'm pretty sure it was quite a few pages. People don't want to read the whole thing. So they just see a tweet on Twitter that gets a few likes and go, oh yeah, that must be true then. You know what I mean? And then they just start saying the same shit. Actually read, guys. It's quite good for you. Big up Armin. Yeah. Oh, go.
No, I can't.
Big up Armin says, I'm up for the fight. Yes, Armin. Go on, lad. Miles says, Pep Corleone. What's that mean, bro?
Don Corleone, innit?
I'm not knowing that.
Okay.
I'm not knowing that. Big up Clown says, almost choked on my tea when he said he would recall Dickoff's summer bit if in lower divisions. By the way, this is the most equity funding I can manage. Big up, bro. Thanks a lot for the dono.
Yes.
So big up Joel as well. Says, City till I die. We believe in the money and the Dune. Go on, lad.
Yes, Joel, mate.
Big up KP as well with the 5. Says, that's my manager. Very stout from Pep. We have to back the club and the board until proven otherwise. The rest of the league is out to get us at our expense. 100%. Yeah. I agree with that. And Nicho says, El Nobbins FC made a great video about it. They would need to reach much stronger evidence than UEFA had, and UEFA lost. That's it.
That's the thing, because it's the reason the Premier League investigation started was because of the UEFA investigation that started. Both had to happen. It wasn't like we get away with UEFA, then the Premier League going to sit back. The Premier League then did start investigating back then. Mm-hmm. There was that's when that statement came out. So that's what I mean. People pulling up these emails and that as if like it's new news. Yeah. Nah, mate. This is from time ago. Mm-hmm. So I seen a thing today that it's obviously just rumors and that, but I seen a guy today saying that basically they think that this will be. Or in fact, I think he might have been on the Blue Moon forum, which, you know what I mean, I believe as it is, there's people on there, but people say that basically that this could be over a lot sooner than what people think because the Premier League don't have enough evidence to go ahead with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the thing is, the club are going big energy, irrefutable evidence and that. So the Premier League best have it right because they've gone heavy. Mm-hmm. They've gone heavy. The Premier League have to have it right, bro.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Big up Hugh again. Says, bring the straw. Mate, it's easy to try to do me every time, mate. I don't know what. You read it out, bro.
Mate, nah, not after last time, bro. I got done heavy. I've had the worst bait of this channel, bro.
Yeah, true. Bring the Straw King Dickoff back. I think that was legit, innit? Is that legit?
I think that's legit.
Guys scares me.
I think that's legit. Is that legit, chat? 55 says LB got bait. What?
Bring the Straw King.
Bring the Straw King.
I'm not sure, innit?
Oh, no, that's terrible. That Lewis Gillies like stroking.
Nah, that's dead.
That's dead. That's the worst one.
That's dead. Big up DJ as well with the 2. Says fire in the chat. Yes. We've got a fire call from DJ Business Cake. Let's go get a fire in the chat, guys. Let's go. Because Manchester City could be the house is burning down. Let's continue some of these comments then. So Pep Guardiola says, I'm delighted with the team. I know they are training. I know how they're training lately. Normally we didn't give up in the previous sessions. In the toughest moments, we had the feeling that we were going to do it. Since Abu Dhabi took over the club, since day one, it's been like this, accusations. He also says why, on the question of why other Premier League clubs might be out to get Manchester City, he says, we are not part of the establishment in this league. He then went on to name all 9 other football clubs that have basically pushed Manchester City to get knocked out of the UEFA Champions League last time. He said, in this country, everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but this didn't happen with Manchester City. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It will be longer. I know that. And then on the innocent until proven guilty, he says, they didn't wait for us. Please let us defend ourselves. That's what he's saying in terms of the innocent and proven guilty thing.
He mentioned it quite a lot, that in the press conference. He kept saying, like, in this country, it's innocent until proven guilty, yet we weren't given that chance. That was taken from us instantly because we weren't given a fighting chance to even come back at this. The media found out about this whole thing before City. So, I mean, it just shows that the narrative was already pushed out there straight away. Everyone then jumps on the back of it. Everyone thinks we're now guilty. So it's stupid, man. In fact, right? He's definitely I would ever say a hater in that, which I'm fine with. He says Pep's going to look like a mug when you're guilty, which I agree. It's a bad look on Pep for him to back the board and then for us to just turn out guilty.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's completely opposite.
But let me just finish. But I think the fact that Pep is defiantly defending the club, I think that you should take we should be able to take confidence from that, because why? Obviously, I think Pep would be more reserved about his press conference and the stuff that he's saying if the club didn't basically back Pep and show him basically the evidence. I think the club have shown Pep what we've got. I genuinely think the club have gone to Pep and said, "Yo, this is what we've got. This is the irrefutable evidence." Because Pep's backing it fully, bro. And I get you can back it fully when you're backed up against the wall, but I genuinely think Pep's seen it, man. I think Pep knows. He fully trusts his board.
He probably has seen it. I mean, why wouldn't? I mean, his best mates was Ferran, Soriano. You know what I mean? He's basically a director of the football.
He's in there with him, isn't it?
He's probably busy mates with Sheikh Mansour. I mean, 100%. I would say that they probably showed him the evidence if he wanted to see it. He might have said, if you say you've got the evidence, you got the evidence. I don't want to be involved in this, because then he might not want to cross the lines of having a look and getting involved. He might just say, you're telling me that, I believe you, I'm going to focus on the football. But you might go, yeah, if you can show me, what I'm saying, because he's part of the furniture these days. Pep Guardiola, he's been there 7 years. So yeah, 100%. Big up Benno, by the way, with a donation, says Premier League in the mud if wrong. We should sue the Big Five for pushing it. Well, again, this comes back to a lot of City fans out there saying, what are we going to do if we get found innocent? Because, of course, I'm saying if, because I don't know. But if we get found innocent, again, like we did with UEFA, what are Manchester City going to do? Because City fans are not happy with this. City fans are infuriated. And I think most City fans will accept that now due process has to be taken and the investigation has to be carried out. But if that outcome comes back as innocent, I think you're going to get a very, very, very negative and very hostile reaction from Manchester City fans around this, and rightly so. And I think, to be honest, I think City fans would have to be grown up enough to accept that if it comes back as guilty, then you have to accept that as well. But if it comes back as innocent, and Pep Guardiola said that, by the way, he said we have to accept it. But if it comes back as innocent, I think City fans are going to want some sort of reaction, because we've seen this over the last 10 years. We've seen journalists slag our football club off and the club don't really do anything. Yeah, they kind of just sit back and go, we don't want to create more issues. We're just gonna let it lie, right? And City fans not too happy about that. I think the City fans, based off my experience, you know what I mean? We're from the area, you know what I mean? We have loads of City fan mates. We're in the social media space. I don't think City fans will take too kindly if City just go, we're innocent, we're going to shut it. I think City fans will want Manchester City Football Club to do something on the back of that.
I agree. And I said this the other day, and we spoke about this the other day, and then it basically came a thing of the club will probably take the stance of, no, everything's fine, and they won't try and take action, but that's what the fans will want. Because to come out this and just full send for the club like that is heavy, man. It's heavy. It's the highest of the highest allegations as well, man. It's grim, and the longer it goes on, the worse it gets as well, because it's more that the City fans have to endure of this cheating and all this shit. So I think a lot of fans will be fired up to go back at the Premier League. And DJM1 there says the war doesn't end if they find us not guilty. It's just begun. And I agree with that, because City fans won't be happy with just, you're not guilty, that's fine. I seen Derek in the chat as well. He says he's a Hammers fan. He says, tell him to fuck. He said, as a Hammers fan, I say to you all, so all of you in the chat, tell him to fuck off and remember the times their club did wrong. Brown envelopes, houses being built for parents of the players, etc., etc., etc. So go on, Derek, lad. Ben Lynn, yes, Ben Lynn with a 10 says, turn the big 21 today.
Yes, Ben, happy
mate.
Birthday, bro.
Happy birthday. Hope you have a good day.
He can have a drink now as well. He's in America.
Oh, yeah, he's in America with the dollars in that. He can drink. He said, seeing Pep say he'd stay even if things go towards the corrupt almost made me cry, but I want to say thanks to you two for being part of my daily routine every day with the laughs. It's like that. Yes, Ben Lynn, mate. Happy birthday, lad.
Yeah, happy birthday, man. Appreciate that comment. And you know what, Benny, you spot on. I think there's a lot of fans out there, right? A lot of City fans that felt some sort of an emotional response to that. And some people would have got emotional, like you say, like, you know, fucking almost brought a tear to your eye, you know what I'm saying? Because the passion. Some people have got that, like, sort of more aggressive sort of, I want to fucking go and smash this league up now, you know what I'm saying? Like, when your club's being attacked, it provokes an emotional response. It has to. Like I say, everything that you believe, everything that we've watched, everything that we have is being attacked and scrutinized. So you're going to get that emotional response. And now it's going to be really, really interesting to see what the players do on the football pitch, because if they get an emotional response, because remember, we're fans, we've supported the club for X amount of years. Everyone's different, obviously, but we've got that passion. Do the players have that same passion? Or are some of them just here for the paycheck? Now, I mean, if they're here and they are passionate and they're serious about this, playing for this club, and they love that badge, then serious, we could get a massive, massive reaction for this. We could. So I'm now absolutely buzzing for Sunday. I'm ready for it. I was just kicking off right now.
Previously, I was nervous for Sunday, thinking, fucking hell. We spoke about this the other day as well, about it being Villa and that. But I'm gassed for it now. I'm full gas for it. Do you know what I mean? LB about to start throwing chairs. Yeah, then throwing hands, mate. Yeah, LB going big. Ron Wolf with a 6 says, hoping we boo the Premier League anthem. That's something that will 100% happen. That'll 100% happen. When that Premier League anthem, I don't like it anyway, it's shit. But when that Premier League anthem comes on, they'll start booing that now as well. But you know what I mean? That doesn't really change anything. But that's something that will happen. It's crazy, isn't it? The one thing, right? And I'm reserved because I think it might have been, well, I hope it's asked in the embargo section. I just wanted one question, in that press conference. I wanted someone to ask if relegated to League 2, would you stay? Because he was asked that question last time. Like, I wish someone had asked that, because I'd have loved his response. He'd have given a sick response to that, bro.
Well, one thing he did say, he says, he didn't say this directly to that question, but he did say, I'm not moving from this seat. I can assure you more than ever that I want to stay. More than ever. He said it again. This guy is ready, man. He's ready for it. He's fired up, Bray.
He wants it, bro. He wants it.
I bet he's in the chat, man. I bet he's in the chat right now. Yeah, I bet he was spamming flames in a minute ago. I promise you, he would have been spamming flame emojis. That's crazy. Let's continue with some of the other comments then that came out of the press conference. He says the players, about them. He said they're going to be focused on our game for Aston Villa. That is for sure. And again, I come back to that post that Erling Haaland did last night and on Twitter and put together. You know, and the whole team was in like a huddle, and you just get the mentality, bro. Well, sorry, you get the feeling. You get the feeling that these players now, this could really, really unite this team. The players, they're in a huddle. Look at what they're saying about this club. Look at what they're saying about you. They're questioning you. They're questioning your honesty. You know what I mean? Some of your honesty. So let's go and do it. And I think we could see something special. Of course, it could go the other way. You know what I mean? This could be an attack. And sometimes when you be attacked, maybe you do shit wrong. And we could see that. But I'm hoping that these players on Sunday come out and perform.
Same.
Like we know they can.
Same. I hope it unites the team even more now, and we can just push on. Forget the shitty season we've had, the ups and downs from it. Do you know what I mean? It's been a wild season. It's been weird, hasn't it, with all this stuff with Pep falling out with everyone, and that this might be the thing to fix that. Do you know what I mean? There's rumours of like Pep falling out with people, and obviously they got Cancelo getting off, and that things didn't kind of seem right in the dressing room. Whereas this is kind of an opportunity now to just bring it all together, innit? Fight for the team. Your team's currently under fire from everyone else. Go out there, prove that we're the best football team in the world. Do you know what I mean? Prove that we are sick. And when it comes back not guilty, then watch them all hate. Yeah, no, for sure. Big up Dave as well with the super chat. Says, I want the team to come out to Triple H themed song. Yes, energy.
Thanks for the dono, Bray. Let's continue with some more of these comments from Pep. Pep Guardiola was asked about conversations that he's had with Ferran Soriano and Khaldoon. He said, I would say they are more confident here than after the UEFA ban because they have a lot more information. They have a lot of papers that they can show, which again comes back to the point that if you go back to Manchester City's statement, that statement for me saying that they have irrefutable evidence, City are going to look a little bit silly if they do get found guilty after saying that. He said, when the games are coming, everyone is going to do the job they have to do, ourselves on the pitch and the lawyers in the courtroom. They have set a precedent, what the Premier League clubs have done to us. Be careful. Be careful in the future. Many clubs can make suggestions, and there are a lot of clubs that can be accused, like we have been accused. So again, maybe coming back to the point that if City get innocent off this, are they going to start throwing stones at other glass houses? Because that's where we're at the moment. Yeah,
well, Khaldoon said that if we ever got taken down, he's taking everyone with him, which leads me to believe that Khaldoon knows that dodgy shit goes on at other football clubs as well. So I think what he's going to basically do is, well, we're going to prove ourselves innocent, hopefully, but then what he's going to do is basically go for the other teams and be like, these are guilty on this, these are guilty on this, you need to be investigating them, kind of thing, and the Premier League needs to investigate it, kind of, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I just think he's going to full send for other teams. I think that's the response that you're going to get from the football club. Like the fact that we're coming out and saying, oh yeah, like Pep saying, yeah, it's clear that we're not in the establishment, we're not in this, we don't have a seat at that table, this is what we spoke about yesterday or the other day. I think they're just going to full send this shit relationship we've got with the rest of the teams. Fuck them then. We'll carry on doing what we're doing. You want to fucking hate us all the time. The Champions League won them 9 clubs, which he does actually name. In this time, fucking you've still got all the clubs like calling for us to, well, pushing for this to be done as soon as possible. I think he's going to full send.
Yeah, no, 100%. On that note, Guardiola was asked whether he thinks these charges have been driven by other Premier League clubs, and he said yes. And then when he said why, he said you should go to the chairmans and ask them, the CEOs, Daniel Levy, ask them.
It's funny how he called out Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy sat there like, why is they fuck me for? Like, that's definitely Daniel Levy. Like, what? Like, he's the only one that got called out.
I know. Big up Kevin De Bruyne with the super chat. Said the player innocent until proven guilty. But we are guilty until proven innocent. Fuck this propaganda. Bring on the Super League at this moment. And this is, again, another thing that we said yesterday, man. You know what I mean? The Premier League needs to be careful the way that they're going about this. And, of course, if they're right, then I have no problems with it. They're right. It is what it is. But, you know, you've got to be careful with what you do. You've got to make sure. You've got to be 100% sure what you've alleged to have happened has happened. You know what I mean? And if City is saying it's not happened, and that they said they've got irrefutable evidence, then, you know, you need to be careful. Just because I just don't think City fans are going to accept this if they get innocent. If they get found guilty, I think most City fans will go, right, fair dues, we take the punishment. I've seen a lot of people say that and say, if we get found guilty, punishment is a punishment. We've got to accept that.
Yeah, I'm on that boat. If we're found guilty, fuck us. I mean, it is what it is. We have to deal with it.
But if we are innocent, then I think you're going to get a hostile reaction.
Well, this is the thing.
That could be one of the things that they say. You know, fuck although to be fair, you know, the Super League, you'd still play in the Premier League if you went in that. So would it really make a difference?
Yeah. It is mad. It is mad, the whole innocent until proven guilty thing. But now we're guilty until proven innocent. It's just backwards, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's backwards.
100%. Pep again, more on the sort of. Will he leave? He said this. He says, now I don't want to move on. Not because the people say, oh, they lied to you, Pep. They did not lie to me. Look what happened with UEFA. We didn't do anything wrong. Now it is the same case. Why should I not trust my people? I want to stay here even more now. I trust my people. I have sometimes wondered, but I have never been more certain about staying.
Guy double down, bro. Guy ain't going anywhere.
Insert Leonardo DiCaprio gift, bro. I mean, guy ain't leaving, bro. I know fucking leaving. You know I'm saying he's staying. He's signing that new deal, everything. Big up Dr. 40 says all aboard the Super League hype train. There we go. Another one. Another one's for it.
Again, we don't mean like people. But I get it because people say this because like if we get kicked out of the Prem, then go full send Super League kind of thing. But I don't see us getting kicked out of the Prem. I've just got to back what the board is saying, and I've said this from the start since the announcement came out, and the fact that Pep's coming out backing it and the way that he's backing it, it just gives me more confidence in the board and in Pep and in this team. Like I'm confident, mate. I'm confident. Obviously, we don't know. We won't know until D-Day. But it's as we stand right now, I'm confident, man.
Yeah. Final question. Obviously, we get more information from the press conference tomorrow at 10:30. So make sure you follow Set the Extra on Twitter for that. But the final question was about the future. And Pep Guardiola answered, the future is this lunchtime after this marvelous press conference. So ending it on a little bit of a joke. But yeah, incredible press conferences. Probably, yeah, I agree with you, bro. I think that's probably one of the, if not the most watched press conference of all time in the Premier League, because you know, everyone would have been watching this. Everybody would have been watching this, seeing what is he going to say, what sort of questions are going to be asked. I thought he dealt with it absolutely superbly. I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10, man. Absolutely smashed the press conference.
Bro. Absolutely perfect.
The words that he used have galvanised the fans, have united the fan base, and hopefully those words and the words that he's given to the players over the week, with I'm sure Khaldoon and Tiki and Varane have probably had words as well with the club and the dressing room. Hopefully that spurs this team on to go and put some proper top performance in on Sunday and see what we can do. I mean, we don't want to give this title over without a fight. And I'm hoping that this issue and this matter that's going on that will drag on over our club possibly for years will give us the energy to be able to compete in this fight. And if we can compete, then we've got a great chance of winning it, man. But yeah, simply astonishing and brilliant press conference. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, sick. It was it's bad, isn't it? Man, how just half an hour a day can change perspective on things and get you fired up for City being back and that. Like, especially after a shit week in football. Like, I think it's meant. I'm gassed for Sunday. I'm so gassed for Sunday. I just want to see the team perform now. I want to see us absolutely fucking rip it up. Play at the best of our abilities. I want no fucks like giving Pep. I don't want him fucking about with his team no more, innit? Just full send, man. Full send. I want all them players to be giving it all for this football team. Hopefully it is. You know what I mean, that Haaland post rang true like yesterday, innit? The togetherness post was big.
Well, if you think about it, bro, Pep's kind of done everything he can do now. He's dealt with the weak. He's obviously tried to motivate the players and get them going, and clearly that's had some sort of effect. You've seen the posts that are coming out on social media. He was the one out of everybody at the football club. He is the man that had to sit there today in front of the press. You know, the big hitters, as Ian Cheeseman called them, of the press world, of the journalistic world. And he's answered them questions and he's defended our club and he's done magnificently well. He's done all he can do now. The rest is up to the players. Mm-hmm. The rest is up to the players. And let's see what let's see if the players can do a good as job on Sunday as Pep Guardiola has done today and in the week just gone by. It's going to be a massive, massive game. Of course, guys, we'll be bringing you the live watch along. We'll get you the preview. I guess we'll probably do that tomorrow, and we'll go through all the team lineup and we'll go through prediction scores and all that. But it's amazing. If you've not watched the press conference, highly recommend going and checking it out. You can find it on City's website or it's on YouTube as well. You can find it on YouTube. But yeah, Mecca, buzzing, bro.
I'm buzzing, gassed. Bring it on.
There we go. Bring it on. And that's the attitude that a lot of people are going to have, man. Bring it on. Bring it on. So, guys, if you've enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Let's get to 400. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. And, guys, we'll catch you in the next one, man. Peace out.
See you in a bit.